Thanks so much for tuning in to Tits and Giggles this week. So this is going to be a different episode. I'm actually interviewing a musician. He's a music artist, and he doesn't really have the typical music background that everyone else has. Like, it's an interesting story. So why don't you guys meet my guest this week?
My name's Nick Lavelle. I'm from Detroit, Michigan. Trap, R&B, rap singer. You know, I like to go by the term of rap singer. Born and raised in Detroit, currently live in Atlanta right now. Been on tours with artists like Jacquees, Trey Songz, Armando Trey, Anne Marie, Adrian Marcel, a bunch of R&B, acts. I've been on some rap tours also. I've done a lot of shows with a lot of rappers. I look at myself as an entrepreneur artist. I made it a major goal to understand the business of music, opposed to just coming out and just dropping music. I'm solely independent. I fund my own projects. I fund my whole career. I just spent over $250,000 on music.
What?
Definitely. Yeah.
How you doing that? Well, I don't need to know all of that. It's none of my business.
Yeah. I mean, it is what it is, but definitely had to get that bag right in order to be able to move the way you want to move in business.
All right. So before we get into like more details, you have a new music video called Want That?
Every time she get around me, she be wanting that.
Since you're from Detroit, Detroit is known for Motown, gospel singers like the Clark sisters. Detroit is also known as artists that release the hit song, It's So Cold in the Deep.
It's so cold in the deep. How the fuck do we supposed to keep peace?
Michigan is known for Stevie Wonder. So does that play any, that Detroit sound have any influences on your current song from your current music video or any of your music in general?
So it does not have pretty much the effect on me, or it doesn't have too much of an influence because, to be honest, I didn't grow up listening to them artists. Not saying that I don't respect it.
How old are you? You must be young.
Yeah, I guess I am considered young. Yeah, I'm a little young. Yeah, I'm in my 20s. So.
Oh yeah. Y'all new age. Y'all definitely.
But the thing is, it's not like, see, I'm not one of those artists that, because I don't know about or because I didn't grow up on them, I don't respect the culture. I don't make like in my duty to learn about them and learn the culture. I understand them. I know about them. When people ask me a question, I'm a very, very transparent individual, but I know what their body of work entails. I understand the contributions that they made to music, especially from my city. You know what I'm saying? They're legends, and we'll never take that away from them. It's just that we're not in tune. We're so far disconnected in music because of the time that they were at their peaks and the time that I even started to do music.
Being that, the Clark sisters that I mentioned, they're from Detroit. I know that you started, I think, your singing career in the church.
I wasn't in a real church choir. I was in like a subsidiary type choir that was like an extension.
Like Sister Act? Is this like Sister Act too?
I would say arguably close, maybe. It was my godmother at the time. She was, she was into the church, very heavy into it. But what it was, her son, her nieces, and her nephews, me, my brother and sister, we all just formed a group. Just a little church group, the Sun Being Choir, something like that.
All right, amen.
And we were singing in the choir because when I was younger, man, we was heavy in the church, man.
So being that you were heavy in the church back in the day, and then I read that you were also an exotic dancer. How was that transition? Because that's a big transition. And what made you want to go into that industry?
Yeah, it's not really. I don't think it's a really big transition. You don't know what. It's a lot of women I know for sure that strip on Saturday night and be at church on Sunday. Life is what you make it at the end of the day. You at the end of the day, you can go to church all you want. Church not gonna pay your bills. And at the end of the day, it's all about how you manage that stuff. Are you gonna be doing stripping for 10, 20 years? Are you gonna make a career out of it? Or are you gonna use it as a stepping stool to get to where you really want to get to? And that's how I looked at it. It's all about leveraging. Life is about leveraging. But the transition that led to that was being homeless.
Oh.
Yeah. And it's crazy because
when I say homeless, in Detroit or in Atlanta?
In Atlanta.
Oh Lord, Tyler Perry story, Lord Jesus.
But it's not as bad as everybody else. Like, because the thing is, what this is what I consider homeless. Not having your own home, okay? Not having something with your
I'm
name on it.
homeless too, sir. Then if it's not
Yeah.
having your own home,
Yeah, having your own home,
I don't own a home.
having some place that you can go to without somebody telling you, oh, you got to be in before this time. I'm grown as hell. You know what I'm saying? I was living in Atlanta with my aunt.
Random question, because I was watching Real Housewives of Atlanta, and it's like a whole stripper. They don't know who this stripper, if Portia or whoever smashed this stripper. Are you still in the stripper circuit out there in Atlanta?
No, I'm not in it. I'm not into that life, or I'm not into that scene no more. But I still have a lot of colleagues, a lot of friends that still does it.
You don't know what that bachelorette party?
Nah, but it's so crazy. It probably won't be. It won't take me long to figure out because I know the major strippers in Atlanta.
So, you're a man of all trades, I must say. Also you're in real estate.
When you're an independent artist, it's like this. No label has signed us. No one's locked us in with no contract, millions of dollars or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. We have to make our money best way possible. That's the reality. So the easiest way for me to get to the bag was to find residual income, find things that I can invest in with the money I did have while still chasing and pursuing music. And with real estate is always the most guaranteed, most promising industry in the world right now. And I know shit, if I can make $40,000 every quarter off flipping properties, that puts me at about $100,000 a year.
This LLC is cheap in Atlanta. I was researching; they only like $100, so that's why everybody in Atlanta probably got a business or should have a business.
Well, it has nothing to do with it being cheap. That having an LLC is going to be cheap in every state. It ain't.
No, it ain't. In Texas, it ain't that much expensive.
$300. Okay, so you're looking at a $200 difference. That's nothing, sweetheart. When you think about a business, something that's going to bring you income. To start your business, you're gonna pay whatever it costs. You can't make a business so expensive to start because that's where we're moving right now in society. Everybody's moving to this entrepreneur. This right here, this is your career. It's just something that you aspire to, just something that you love. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you get paid for it now, but eventually you will be getting paid through ads, through sponsorships, through somebody may pick up your program, may go on Revolt. You know what I mean? I want to speak that into existence.
Yes, this is how we do. Speak it to me, amen.
Yeah, this is how stuff really manifests. So, when we talk about stuff and say, oh, it's cheap to get a business, it's not cheap to start a business. Your operating agreements, your bylaws, getting a bank account, making sure that your business credit is good so you can get business funding. You can qualify for some of these grants and some of these SBA loans that they provide for people and stuff like that. So yeah, I don't think business it's not an easy thing to do. And I do understand how people don't want to start business. Some people are cool with just working for somebody because it's easy. Like I don't feel like working. I don't feel like starting my shit.
So because you have all these different jobs, is singing your main passion?
Passion for music is where it's at. It's something I do music because I love it. I don't do it because I have to. A lot of people feel like, oh, I gotta do music, or I gotta do this because if I don't do this, then I'm gonna let my family down, or my family not gonna survive. I gotta get my mama out the hood. My mama been out the hood. My mama had $300,000-$400,000 crib. You know what I'm saying? My mom and her husband are a six-figure income household. My dad, same thing. You know what I mean? So my family, we took care of all this shit. Everybody in my family graduated from college, got degrees, masters and bachelors. You know what I mean? Children, well taken care of. The mother of my children, well taken care of.
You said the mother of your children?
Mothers of my children.
How many kids do you have?
I got 3 kids. I got 3 baby moms.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Did all doing good. Or did the exotic dancing catch their attention the most?
I've been doing music for 4.5 years. My youngest son is 5. So this was before all the music shit.
You said you didn't really, be influenced by Stevie Wonder. Stevie Wonder got like 9 kids and like 5 baby mamas. I'm gonna have some quick questions for you since your song is called Want That. So I'm gonna play a game of wants. And I'm just gonna ask you some questions that have want in them.
All right, bet.
So who out of all the people in the world, who would you want to collab with?
I want to collab with like Drake, Chris Brown, and like my top 2. Rihanna, Beyonce. If I can rock out some stuff like that, them some wants. Shit, I want to down there. Give me Justin Bieber, Taylor Swift, Ariana Grande. Give me them too. Shit.
I know you got a girl. But with all the celebrity women out there, or just women out there in general, who would you want that from? Like, who is your crush?
Nah, I ain't got no crush. I ain't got no crush. I just be keeping the being with you because it's like I ain't gonna lie, I don't look at the girls like that on that tip because I know like they can't do shit for me. That's a
Oh,
real
all
shit.
right.
You know what I
Okay.
mean? And you hear so much about it. And it could be vice versa. They could look at me and feel the same way. Because what's gonna happen is this is what's gonna happen. The women that I did used to look at, oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? I want to fuck her. Because that's what it comes down to ultimately.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I can't date you. I got some shit. Like, you know, so I could bring you to me and my girl, we can work something out type shit. But ultimately, it's like, yeah, I don't want nobody but who I got. Because a nigga like me, like, I be around these women. The women that I would think that I would want, or that everybody else want, I'll be around them. I live in Atlanta. So you see, they here. I'm in the club with them, in the sections with them, in the sections next to them. Once you get around it, about time you get to a chick in the industry, she done already been touched and tainted. And the thing is, I'm not gonna be there. I'm not the biggest nigga in the industry.
Right.
Thing is, once I get with a chick, I'm gonna put on that pedestal. I'm gonna embrace my chick. I'm very embracing with the relationships that I be in. So it's like, once I put you on that pedestal, now you a target. Now what's gonna stop you from a nigga that's bigger than me coming to fuck with you? You know what I mean? Because I feel like the women in the industry, I don't say they be passed around, but they be kind of they move real funny. You know what I'm saying? That's why you see a lot of them dating the same one.
Right.
They got hit by the same one. And the niggas too, I guess the niggas be moving from different chicks to chicks. So you can't just fuck the women. Shit. You rather rock with somebody that you already got that's locked in before you took off, because then it's like, you know for a fact, like they've been fucking with you regardless. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of the situation.
There's some younger Detroit artists out there like Big Sean, Cash Doll. So is there any of these young artists that you will want to work with?
If the situation makes sense, I would do what makes sense. But I'm not reaching out. I'm not, because I've reached out to these artists that you mentioned. I reached out to the Cash Dolls, the T Grizzlies, the Big Seans, all the big artists that's popping in my city. I done reached out to them, and respectfully, they have declined, the opportunity to work with me. So
Dang,
at
that
the end
ain't
of the day,
right.
they don't know my value at this time, and it's not their fault, because that's like me not wanting to do a record with an artist that I don't see the full potential in. Like when I offer, I come through like, hey, this is my budget. I said, what can you work? Is this something that you can work with? I'm saying? If they say, no,
They
I can't
can't
work with
even
that
just
budget.
ad lib with it. They can't do like Amigos ad lib if it's not a big budget. They couldn't.
Man, I don't know, man. And that's not even with them, man. That's a lot of these rappers, a lot of artists. Let me tell you why. A lot of these artists aren't making no money off of music. They're not making money off music, and then they barely making money off anything outside of music. So when you aren't getting your bag, you're gonna charge those astronomical numbers for features. And artists, they know who popping. They notice. They see who the next big thing about to pop. And what they'll do is they'll hop on the record and they'll help give that record life. But guess what's gonna happen? That record is also gonna give that rapper or that artist, whoever hopped on the record, so give them more life too, because now you're a part of a big record. That's why when you see BRS Cash, he gets the Baby and City Girls on the record. The Baby want 200, 300,000 for a record, for a feature. You think they're paying that? No, they're not paying that. You know what I mean? Because they're signed to the same label. So it's easier to work that angle when you're signed to the same label. Like, hey, look, y'all label mates. The label can go ahead and be like, well, we're going to give you something for Hop on the Remix. We're not giving you that whole 300. We'll probably give 50. And that'll come out the budget of the artist, because you still make money off the record. Like, saying through streaming and shit like that. So.
Have any other projects out in the future that you're working on?
I'm gearing up to release a new record coming real soon. I'm just I like to strategically plan. Like, I just like dropping music. I did that already. I did that for years.
Okay. And then last question, since my platform is all about body positivity and it's called Tits and Giggles. So which one do you prefer? Butts or boobs?
Oh, I'm an ass man. Because I can't do shit with no titties, shorty. I mean, I can suck on them motherfuckers, but that ain't shit. I like to eat.
All right. Okay. All right. And you Iota? Iota's, that was okay.
Yeah, don't get it twisted. See, people be getting misconstrued because, they think, the Q's the only nasty motherfuckers around. Now, that's not true, shorty. I gets it in straight animal style.